Hey girl, hey, welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Misha. Thank you guys for joining me yet again for another review. We are back with a brand new review for the Real Housewives of Dubai Season 2 Reunion Part 2. If you are new here, then welcome. I give lighthearted reviews with a little bit of laughter and a little bit of shade and a whole lot of detail. If you're back for a second or third time, then welcome back. Y'all, please don't hesitate to like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. Share with a friend. Hit that notification bell so that you will be updated each and every time I upload a video. So when the episode picks up, it picks up where it left off with whether or not Rafi had the right to get in Brooks's face. Me personally, I say no. There are some people that disagree. Brooks looks over to Andy and she's like, are we really going to debate if a man should be yelling in my face? That's my thing. Like, why are we having a discussion about this? This doesn't make any sense to me. Andy talking about, well, I mean, if you're friends with him, then you can always tell who Andy doesn't like. Now, before I get into this review of this reunion, I must say that Andy was quite annoyed, and only with the right side of the couch, with the exception of Sarah. When Sarah would pipe up, Andy would kind of be like, okay, cool. Lisa was getting on his nerves. Brooks was getting on his central nervous system. I'm not too sure if he likes Zion. I can definitely tell that he likes Stanberry. Talene, I think he likes her because she's Stanberry adjacent, and all of it was a fool. Okay, every last bit of it. We should not be debating whether or not this man should have been in this damn woman's face, because he should not have been. And that's just that on that. Moving forward. So then they asked about Talene being worried about Brooks, and when she wasn't in Bali, you know, Talene was like, oh my gosh, where is she? Brooks said that it shows that all the ladies care. Brooks, he's asking about Talene. Brooks thinks she's slick, but baby, she ain't fooling me. She dodged that question so good. I mean, it just showed that all the ladies cared about me. I mean, even Lisa. Girl, that's not what he's talking about. Moving on to 3 the hard way, not wanting to wear the dresses. Stanberry, Talene, and Brooks. Brooks did not want to put on the mustard yellow of it all. Lisa said, I was upset, but I was more so upset for the designer because me being a designer myself, that person's going to see this. So then Ayan says, yeah, I felt really bad for Suck Dick. And she kept saying Suck Dick. So they're all like, no, it's Sadiq, Sadiq. They're trying to get her to pronounce it the correct way. The pronunciation is correct. It's Suck Dick. And Lisa's like, no, she's saying it right. Then Andy looks at these women and says, you know, I have no issues with Suck Dick. Andy, I'm speaking directly to you, honey. Now, you know damn well that you definitely shouldn't be saying nothing like this. You don't care nothing about them lawsuits, do you? Baby, them lawsuits have taught you nothing. I said, Andrew, do not say that. Do you know these women can use this against you in the court of law? Like, why would you even say that? You know full well it's lawsuits everywhere with your name in them. And you ain't learned nothing. Child, this is a fool. So then Brooks and Talene, they're brought up again. And here we go. Brooks said that she can move forward with Talene if Talene would just apologize. So Andy says, well, I just want to make this point. She has apologized to you several times here today. So what exactly is it that you need? And Brooks said, you know what? It's good. It's fine. No, I'm good. That's enough. So then Talene says that Brooks needs to take some accountability for slandering her name. She's been tweeting her tweets saying that Talene and her husband be flip-flopping women in and out of their bed. So then Brooks is like, oh, well, then if you're going to say all that, then I take back the fact that I said that I accept your apology. So now it's just giving child is child. Back and forth and back. Andy is asking about those tweets. He's like, well, you know, your tweets are pretty poignant. And you go live a lot on Twitter. Then Talene said, yeah, she's on Spaces with like 10 people. Now, as I was listening to this, it was so funny to me because somebody commented down below, and shout out to you because I automatically thought of you as I was watching this. Last week in the comments, someone said, yeah, Brooks is very accessible. She's always on Twitter Spaces. And I thought about that and I said, you know what? Not Talene being one of the 10 people on the Twitter Spaces. Child, this is a fool. Because in my last review, I said that Brooks and Lisa are very accessible. Like, you can just talk to them anytime and they will respond back. Ayan is very good with responding to you in comments as well. But when I heard about the Twitter Spaces, it made me think about that comment. So if you are listening to this review, girl, this was for you because I thought about you the whole time. Andy is giving Brooks the Candace Twitter speech. You know how he is about when y'all be doing that tweeting. I don't think you should tweet if you want to keep your seat. because Andy has a problem with that. He ain't got a problem with nothing else. But if y'all get to tweeting, his attitude goes left. So then Brooks apologizes for reacting on 10. She's like, yeah, I just need to learn how to reel it in and bring it down. I feel like I have gone too far. Now, y'all can believe Brooks if you want to, but she ain't fooling me. I do not believe that Brooks thinks that she went too far. I think Brooks knows how to play the game to keep her job. Brooks is one of those people. She's not about to argue with you. Whatever you say, yes, that's true. No, I shouldn't have did that. Yep, you're right. I shouldn't have went over there. Yep, she's right. Like, she comes to the reunion and gives nothing. Brooks, I'm going to need you to get in the game. If you're going to be talking your talk in the confessionals and you're in these scenes and some of the chaos is surrounding you, you cannot then get to the reunion and surrender. That's no fun. Like, we need you to get in there. The reunion is for us to really get into it. Brooks is like, yeah, I went too far. My bad. Girl, bye. Moving forward. So then they break for lunch. 45 minutes and the heifer's got to come back. Talene claimed on stage that she accepted the apology. There really wasn't an apology from Brooks, but she really is still upset. She's in there telling Sarah, I just can't believe it. And she didn't take any accountability. Girl, speak your speech over there. Meanwhile, Brooks is in the room with Lisa saying, ooh, Ayan is losing it. You know what? Brooks is loving the fact that the two of them are no longer friends. I do not know why Lisa cannot see that. She should be talking to you about her segment, not Ayan. Let me tell you something. If we fall out, I'm still not about to sit and talk with you or talk about you with the next woman. I'm not about to do that. So if you say to me, oh, Lisa this and Lisa that, I was like, girl, I ain't got time to be talking about no Lisa. Anyway, girl. So, girl, can you believe that Talene said that Rafi should have gotten your face? Baby, I don't have time. Y'all not finna reel me in, honey. You ain't gonna be able to catch me. I'm smarter than a 5th grader. So Ayan is over on the other side, and she's telling Stanberry that Lisa got her with the victim because she's her best friend, so she knew that that would get under her skin. Stanberry is saying to her, yeah, Lisa is sitting there looking like a wax figure, and it's really making me crazy watching Lisa make you crazy. Now, Ayan, I like you, okay? But I would never fool with you again. Never. Okay, when I say never, I mean never. For the sake of the show, I would speak to you, but you are letting Stanberry talk all over your ex-bestie. This is a fool. It is no way, baby. I would never mess with you again. Okay, I just wouldn't do it. So then they pan the camera down, and it's roaches. Did y'all hear me? Roaches attached to roach bait on Stanberry's dress. How disgusting. I said, baby, not the roaches. Baby, this whole reunion was a fool. From the hollering to the non-crying, trying to muster up a tear, down to the 3 strategic roaches underneath this lady's damn dress. I said, baby, this right here is nasty. Back over here with Brooks and Talene, they're in the room together, and they're now in Talene's dressing room, still addressing their issues. Talene is not satisfied. She wants Brooks to take accountability for what she said. And Brooks is like, I don't want to rehash everything. Let's just move on. We already squashed it. Why should we rehash it? What are you even doing? These two are not going to get anywhere. So I would just leave it alone. Brooks doesn't want to rehash things, and Talene isn't satisfied until she takes back those tweets and her saying that she begged her 105 times. Talene is not going to be happy until it's done. Brooks gets up and she walks out of the dressing room. She said, girl, you did beg me. Okay, I'm sorry. It might not have been 105 times, but you begged. Talene said, I never begged you. You wanted me to come on this show so I could take down Stanberry. Now, I don't give Talene a lot, but I believe that. I believe that. Because as soon as we were introduced to Talene, it automatically was Vaginagate. So I believe that she brought Talene on here to take down Stanberry. But my question is why? Because Brooks and Stanberry were cool last season. So what reason would Brooks have to want to bring Stanberry down? I'm just not understanding. I think she wanted to have a Lisa and Ayan dynamic. So she thought they were going to be the Thelma and Louise part 2. Now Ayan and Lisa done fell the hell apart, and Talene and Brooks done fell the hell apart. So now Brooks over there with Lisa and Talene over there, child, wherever the wind blows. Moving forward. So now they're back from lunch. They show this montage of their non-sports ability. And in this moment, this proved to me that they have absolutely no content. And this should have been a 1-part reunion. This segment right here proved to me that they don't give a damn. Baby, they ain't got nothing to work with. They ain't got nothing to work with. Andy brings up Talene's golf trip and Brooks and Ayan having words about what she said about Mina Rowe being branded everywhere. He wants to know, why were you so offended, girl? What is the problem? Brooks starts talking about the conflict of interest, but she's like, I do get my services somewhere else if I travel abroad. And Lisa was like, girl, you do that all the time. Okay, you did it here today. Girl, you just wanted your spa to be shown. Let's just keep it real. Andy is asking if she is mad because she didn't use Glass House. She's like, no, that's not why I was upset. Girl, now we all know that the lie detector determined that was a lie. Girl, you were livid at the fact that you did not get Glass House on this screen. You know that's a lie. She put it off on Stanberry and said, no, Stanberry and Sergio, they texted me and they were talking about it was Mina Rowe branding everywhere. Then Stanberry said, no, Brooks, you came into our room and you were talking about it. Lisa then says that Brooks had the grand opening of Glass House and her and Ayan were left off the list. Now, I already was on Lisa's side with this, but I definitely am on her side now. Girl, why on earth will she host an event at your spa and she's not even allowed to be in your spa? You had a grand opening and left her and her friend off the list. My name's on the list. Nene's isn't. Sheree. Joggers. Sheree, you gonna leave Nene and Kim off the list and then have a problem that they didn't use Glass House? Child, now y'all know I can always spin it back to the Real Housewives of Atlanta if I don't do nothing else, okay? But girl, go on, honey. That don't even make no sense. You mad and you had no right to be mad. So then Caroline Stanberry then pipes up and says, you know, we all take each other's businesses away. We all take each other's wins away. Like, Lisa, you're saying Talene doesn't have a business. Somebody's paying all my bills. And so Lisa brings up how Caroline is always putting down her business. She's like, no, I'm not. Lisa said, girl, I bought 3 of your journals. Not 1, not 2, but 3. And they were looking mighty familiar. She said, I just want to bring something out. Here go Andy, who is clearly annoyed. When I say I don't think I've ever seen this level of annoyance with this man, like I can pick up on his little subtle microaggressions and the clues that he leaves every now and again, but he was visibly annoyed. He says, okay, is this gonna land? Listen, I would have been on high alert if I were the right side of that couch, because it's clear that Andy does not like any of them. As I said, with the exception of Sarah. For some reason, he likes Sarah, but the other ones, baby, he cannot stand. He was like, is this going to even land? So then Lisa's like, yeah, it's going to land. Child. He's all smiles when Stanberry is speaking. The minute Lisa pipes up, he got an attitude. So then she brings out this journal, and it's an exact replica of somebody else's journal. So Caroline's like, well, I didn't say that I wrote it. I didn't say that. She says, okay, your creations are from Alibaba, your creams. Lisa said, no, ma'am, they're from Europe. So now they're going back and forth and forth and back. And what is wrong with Alibaba? Because, baby, it's made some of these IG influencers millionaires. Do you hear me? Baby, them Instagram influencers, baby, they are making big bank off of Alibaba, honey. You best believe it. Private label. So then Ayan goes, no, Brooks found them on Alibaba. And see, this is what I'm talking about. Because why would my ex-best friend, if they still have any love for me left in their heart, pipe up and diminish what I've worked hard to create? You gonna sit up there next to Stanberry and say that my creams are on Alibaba? See that's what I'm saying, y'all. That's what I'm saying. Brooks is like, no, it's not just me. Me, Saba, Sarah, all of us. Like, y'all just gonna let me take the blame? No, we all saw them on Alibaba. My question is, why are y'all looking up her creams on Alibaba? Lisa, don't nobody like you up here, honey. Now, I don't know if you want to come back. I don't know if you want to go down to Miami because one of the girls ain't coming back over there. Something needs to be done, baby, because these heifers do not like you. Point blank in the period. Brooks say, look, I'm not going down with this ship. Brooks say, y'all gonna go down with me, honey. I am not going alone. So then Lisa pulls out her phone to show proof. And Andy is like, yeah, okay, it came from Bulgaria. Okay, moving on. Let's move on. I have secondhand embarrassment watching this because Lisa is getting dismissed left and right. When I say left and right, I mean left and right. The journals matter. And let me tell y'all why the journals matter. The journals matter because last season, Caroline accused Lisa of using stolen designs when really it was a projection because you are using stolen designs. And we need to talk about that. And I don't like how we're just skating over it because it's Lisa. But let's move on, honey, because we wouldn't want to upset Queen Caroline. Let's just move on. Moving forward. Oh, and Andy, I heard you say moving forward several times. Let me find out you over here listening to these reviews. Talking about moving forward, moving forward. That's not the way you say it. You say it like moving forward. If you want me to create a button that you can use, let me know. So Andy moves on to Caroline's segment. They talk about how much Sergio loves Caroline and her dirty draws, child. He'll do anything for Caroline. We already know. He loves his wife, and I love that for her. Then they talk about Caroline giving Sergio a baby. The ladies think that with the surrogate that they'll have a baby. And child, Caroline just got a new face. She is not worried about no baby. And that's just that on that. And she's still doing interviews all over town, and I don't see a baby the first and have heard no news of a surrogate. So that's just that on that. On to Sarah and her loveless life, or her love life. Sarah said her and Akeem are no more because he was a cheating thirst bucket. She said she hired a detective, and then his exes came to her as a woman. Barbara, this is Shirley, and that's how she found out. Now, me personally, I am confused on how you cheat in a situationship. How are you cheating and y'all not really a couple? Sarah, please. She keeps saying we were exclusive. Exclusively what, though? Like, you were exclusively what? Because you keep saying he's a friend. So how is a friend cheating on you? So Talene goes, well, did you ever kiss? And Sarah basically told her to mind her beeswax, girl. Get you some business. I would take that as a yes. Then Andy brings up all the things she couldn't do, but he could do. So Sarah was basically saying she couldn't do anything with anyone of the opposite sex, but Akeem could. That's because he's an insecure douchebag, honey, and the double standards are really double standarding. Okay? Ayan said he kept calling Sarah when they went on this trip, and he was really mean to her. And Brooke said, yeah, he was nice to me and Ayan, but he was mean to you. Sarah said, yeah, he was mean. He was nice to you, Brooks, because you were flirting with him and you called him hot. I don't know, ma'am, honey. And I told y'all when they first were introduced as a situationship, and it was Saba, Ayan, and Brooks. And Brooks was like, oh my gosh, he's hot. I said, child, you better watch him. Brooks was like, no, ma'am, I didn't call him hot. Girl, yes, you did. Sarah is currently single. Andy brings up the nanny situation. Sarah says that her son was upset for like 2 months. He couldn't go to the restroom by himself, but now he's fine. Okay, Sarah. Now, I'm not trying to be insensitive to the whole situation, but girl, I'm just not buying in anything. I just don't know, child. I really just don't know. Now on to the demise of Lisa and Ayan's friendship. So we see some flashbacks of them on the show. So then Lisa said where it all started was when Ayan got a follow from Rihanna. The Rihanna. A Fenty Beauty, Rihanna. She asked Ayan to DM Rihanna so she could send her maternity wear. And I was like, girl, what? Ayan said, well, I messaged Rihanna about my makeup line, and she responded, and she said that if I needed anything to reach out to her, but I did not ask her permission to even mention her on camera. And then the first scene that we do, Lisa is asking me to send her maternity wear. And I was just thinking as they were talking, Rihanna probably at home like, now how did I get in it? Y'all talking about me. I ain't got nothing to do with this. And I think that this is silly. Lisa, she cannot make Rihanna wear your clothes, honey. And if I'm being 100% honest, I probably would not have asked for you because it makes it seem like I'm using Rihanna for publicity or I'm trying to get some free promo. I would not put myself out there like that. I wouldn't do that. My thing is this. Why didn't you just create a PR package in some nice, beautiful, zhuzhed up packaging and get her contact information and send it to her? I am sure she would have loved to have it. She's a Housewives fan. So you could have fed off that. It's not Ayan's responsibility to send things to Rihanna for you. So now these two going back and forth and back. Everybody's yelling. Then we move on to the voice note. Lisa wanted to know, when did Ayan tell her about the voice note? Lisa tries to talk and Ayan is over talking her. Ayan, you need to be quiet and let her speak. I thought that was rude as hell. She kept yelling and Lisa was trying to get a word in edgewise and she was just yelling and yelling. So then Sarah pipes up and says, well, I asked production and they said that you knew, Lisa. Now I'm confused because if Lisa knew, then why did Ayan apologize and act like she didn't know that Stanberry was going to bring it up? The whole scene is just so confusing, and this is even more confusing. Lisa basically said that she told her something about a note, but she didn't know it was going to be her voice note. And I guess Ayan made mention of a voice note, but she didn't know it was hers. So I don't know what the truth is. Andy then says that the supervising producer even said that Lisa knew. Lisa, let me find out you've been playing a part. Child, this is a mess. Ayan and all that screaming, giving me a headache. I was like, oh my gosh. Child, Andy moved right along. Okay, there was a question to Stanberry that was asking why she brought it up, knowing that Ayan would get caught in the crossfire. Stanberry basically said Ayan told her not to bring it up on the boat. She didn't want to bring it up herself, and basically she felt like Ayan was dragging her feet. She was taking too long, so she brought it up to throw a wrench in Brooks and Sarah's friendship. The whole time, the voice note was about Talene. Yeah, it fell flat. Everybody was a ball of confusion, and yeah, that's what y'all get. Andy wanted to know why Lisa even sent the voice message to Ayan. Lisa said she was just being messy with her friend. Now, I mean, I knew that. But all y'all got a little lying problem, because at first you said that you were confused by the voice note and you wanted to get a second opinion from Ayan. But I knew that you knew exactly who Sarah was talking about, and you just want to be messy with your friend. Just say that. Now, both Lisa and Ayan apologized about the voice note, but okay, child. Moving forward. I'm glad that they each took accountability. Lisa, you should have never sent it to Ayan. Ayan, you should have never shared it with Talene and Stanberry. That was crazy. So then Andy brings up how Ayan changes when Lisa isn't around. And Lisa said, well, she's like that because I'm not there to have her back. No, Lisa, I don't think that's what it is, honey. Okay. It's not like she's being timid in the group. She's being more outgoing in the group. You're not understanding what they're saying. They're not saying that she's acting different because she doesn't have anyone there to hold her up. No, she's different because now she can let her hair down a little bit. Caroline said, I felt like the friendship is one-sided. You see Ayan asking about Lisa, but you never see Lisa asking about Ayan. And Ayan said, girl, that is a bold-faced lie. Okay, I am the first person to support Ayan. Ayan said Lisa asked her to tone it down so she could sit next to Andy. Now, this is what I'm thinking as I'm watching this. I feel like a lot of these are misunderstandings that are lost in translation. I really do feel like words are being used that some people don't know the meaning of. This is just one big ball of confusion. Andy then says, well, this seems like some surface level BS to me. So like, what is the issue? Why are y'all really not friends? What happened at the grand finale or whatever it is? Like, what was going on? Lisa said it was about the bragging. So she rehashes the whole situation with Ayan telling her that Stanberry thought that she was bragging. And then Ayan said, no, I messaged the group and I said that Taj was being bullied. So he's coming to the party. So if there are issues with me, speak now or forever hold your peace. So I won't invite him to the party. Girl, that has nothing to do with nothing. Did you say that Caroline said that Lisa was bragging? Ayan, I'm starting to think you a liar. I'm sorry. It's just because I feel like she deflects anytime she gets caught. And it's going to happen a little bit later as well. Lisa says Ayan never told her anything about Taj being bullied, but she didn't have to because they were best friends. So now they're saying Lisa brought the drama in front of Ayan's son. And Lisa was like, I was embarrassed. My in-laws were there as well. We all embarrassed ourselves. It's not like I did it on purpose. Andy wants to put a pin in it because his nervous system is bad. He wants to know if they can say anything nice about each other because they've damn said everything else. Lisa said, you know, I can move on. But Ayan said that she wished me dead and she wanted to see my body in a casket and I have children. So Ayan, of course, denies it. Lisa said, no, girl, you said it to Brooks. Now, I didn't believe it at first either, but you said it. So then all of them automatically thought that Brooks lied until they found out that Brooks called Ayan on speaker and Lisa heard it for herself. Now, when I heard that, I automatically thought that Brooks, you are trying your hardest to make sure that the two of these people do not reunite. Because what really did you gain from telling Lisa that? Why would you tell her that? For what? What are you getting out of it? And then Lisa said she didn't believe it. So you further continued on by calling her and putting it on speakerphone. Now, everybody is mad at Brooks. And don't get me wrong. Brooks is really trying to make sure that her plan is executed. But y'all mad at Brooks, but y'all not mad at Ayan who said it? She wished her dead. Y'all not mad at Ayan. Ayan hollering, I would never say that. Baby, you would and you did. She heard it. Like, I don't understand why you keep saying this. And if I remember correctly, you also said something like that on the finale episode. I cannot remember what it was exactly, but you said something along the lines of, she's dead to me, or you said something like that on the finale. Okay. Every time Ayan gets loud, she's lying. Every time she starts that fake crying and looking over the Stanberry, she's lying. So she was doing both. Both Ayan and Lisa are being played like a fiddle, and they don't even see it. You got Brooks over here setting it up, and you got Stanberry in Ayan's ear. Y'all are getting played. Ayan, you let them play you. This is crazy. Moving forward. Ayan, you lied. You said it. Talene talking about shame on you, Brooks. Talene, shut up. Shame on Brooks, but not Ayan. Girl, be quiet. Ayan is over there playing Shaggy. It wasn't me. Baby, she saw you banging on the counter. It wasn't me. Like, she saw you. Baby, she heard you with her own ears. Like, I don't understand how you gonna say that you didn't say it. So she shouldn't believe her own ears? That's crazy. Andy wants to know if Ayan actually feels that way. He's like, listen, Lisa, do you actually believe that Ayan feels that way? It doesn't matter. She said it. And me, I'm going by what you say. So if you said it, then you meant it. Lisa goes off to the side. She's like, I need a minute. I need a minute. Not a tear was shed. Child, not a tear in sight. Now, when she got up, I think that Lisa was hoping that Ayan would follow her and they would kind of talk it out a little bit. But Ayan just sat there defending herself and lying. She was off stage all of 2 minutes. I said, girl, good to have you back. Oh, child. Baby, Lisa can't win on this reunion. Do you hear me? Baby, she was gone for all of 2 hot minutes. She comes back. Andy wants to leave it there. Ayan is like, no, let's not leave it there. I don't want to leave it like this. Yeah, you don't want to leave it like this because you got caught. If Brooks wouldn't have done that, then you would have smiled and moved right on along, knowing that you said. I can't trust people like that, because we shouldn't have to have no hard evidence to get the truth. And had you not been set up, even though Brooks was low down, it was a low down, damn dirty shame. You knew that you said it, and you were going to just skate on by had she not had that evidence. And I don't like that. Ayan is now talking about, I just want to have some coffee. I want to leave the door open. So Lisa agreed and said that maybe they can do therapy. And child, I'm not going to therapy with no friend. And child, I refuse. Okay. I really do refuse. Moving forward. So the door is not closed. The door is open. Ooh, child, I'm glad we made it through that. So then at the end, they exchanged some gifts with each other. Brooks gave Ayan a blinged out tumbler. Ayan got a gift for Lisa. She gave her a jug of water. I guess she's saying that Lisa is thirsty. Sarah got Talene some gummy panties for the next time that she dropped down and get an eagle on. And they happen to see her vagine. Child, she gonna have some candy colored panties on or whatever, child. Talene gives Brooks the dress that she wore and the tweet that she tweeted about showing one article of clothing that she borrowed from Talene. Talene had the dress and the receipts. I said, oh, baby, I fear that she ate Brooks up. Now, I don't give Talene a lot, baby, but that was a good one right there. That was a good, got her. She got her on that one. I got to give it to her. I got to give it to her. Caroline gave out Who's Your Sugar Daddy shirts and gave Sarah a ventriloquist dummy because she speaks for Brooks. I thought that was cute. That was funny. Lisa gave Stanberry a gag gift because she says that Caroline is obsessed with her. So she gave her an ID badge and all of the merch for the Lisa Milan fan club. Lisa, I love you, girl, but it didn't do what you thought it did because Caroline seemed unaffected by it. The mark of a good gag gift is to get underneath someone's skin. This was given that time, that first season that Drew was on the Real Housewives of Atlanta, and she brought that videotape recorder and that matted wig when everybody else was exchanging gifts $1,000 or more. That's what this gave. It gave a Drew moment. It's okay. It's okay, Lisa. We're going to come back stronger than ever next season. We're going to get them. Girl, if you need some help, call me. So then Andy ends the whole situation by letting Sarah say some words of wisdom and scene. And that was the end of the episode. And that was the end of the season. Child, y'all better pray for season 3. This reunion was a mess. It was a mess. But listen, I can't give y'all too hard of a time because Beverly Hills has some awful reunions as well. Beverly Hills can't keep my attention when it comes to a reunion, and neither can Dubai. And that's just that on that. Y'all comment down below. Sorry I'm late. Comment down below. Tell me exactly what you thought about part 2 of the reunion. Also, if you watch Married at First Sight, go ahead and check out my other video. I did a Married at First Sight look at the cast. Season 18 of Married at First Sight is coming back October 15th. Beat me there. Don't meet me there. We're going to watch it, review it, have lives, and all that jazz. Please don't hesitate to like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. And as always, stay safe, stay blessed, spread love, not germs. Peace.